you here. Welcome. Let me start by saying Happy New Month to you. It's a brand new month, the month of November. Basically, just 2 more months to the end of the year 2023. Want to say big congratulations to you and welcome to a new month, high performer. Just want to say a big well done. The Lord is your strength. The Lord continues to keep your hands lifted. Wishing you all the very best in this new month. It's not been easy from January. We've made it through the past 10 months and we're here in the 11th month of this year, 2023. Just want to say congratulations to you. I know for a fact that the fact that we are seeing this 11th month of the year, I know that we'll still yet see the 12th month and we'll have a lot to celebrate and to rejoice about. So just want to say very big congratulations to you. Just want to say well done. How was your week? I hope your week went well. I hope you had a productive week. I hope you had a profitable week. I hope you had an awesome week. That's what say big well done. My own week has been great and wonderful too. And I'm so glad to be here with you. You know how we do it, right? Every time we come on High Performance Live like this, we always do our high performance review for the week, which is three things: what we are grateful for, the lesson that we are learning this week, and the project that we are looking forward to in the upcoming week. So I really want to learn from you. Let me know your own three things for this week. What are you grateful for this week? What is that lesson that you're learning this week? And what are you looking forward to in the upcoming week? What are you even looking forward to in this month of November? I want to learn from you. For me, I'm grateful for the fact to be here with you today on High Performance Live, the very first Friday of a new month, the month of November. I'm so grateful to God, grateful for the privilege to be alive and well and healthy and strong and to be here with you doing this. So just so grateful to God for the new month. So grateful to God for helping us see this 11th month of the year. The lesson that I'm learning, which is what I'm going to be sharing with you in a couple of minutes, is the one thing you need to have all your needs met. The one thing you need, what I'm realizing is this one thing is so important if we are going to have all our needs met, if we are going to achieve our goals and be those high performers that God has created us to be. That's what I'm going to be sharing with you in a couple of minutes. And then what I'm looking forward to in the upcoming week, it's still my Expert Empire webinar. My Expert Empire webinar that I've been talking to you about for a while. It's going down. Not going down, it's going up in this month of November. It's happening in this month of November, and I'm excited about that. I'll be sharing with you the links to register for that webinar. You are a coach, you are a consultant, you are an expert, you are an industry leader, thought leader, and you are looking for tips, strategies to monetize your wisdom, to monetize your knowledge, to share your wisdom knowledge with others, and to get paid for it, then you need to be part of the Expert Empire webinar. It's happening this month of November, and the link is coming out in the new week that we're getting into for you to sign up and to get registered for that. So I'm very, very excited about that opportunity that is coming soon, and I can't wait to have you in class and to be one of my students. I know that you have been seeing me here on High Performance Live for a while now. This is my own invitation for us to take this conversation deeper, for us to take our relationship to the next level, don't just be a fan, don't just be a watcher, be a doer. Let's make things happen together. I know that you have certain goals that you want to achieve, especially in the area of monetizing your knowledge, in sharing your wisdom with more people and getting paid more for your wisdom, for your knowledge. Then let's make it happen at the Expert Empire webinar. That's why I'm bringing for this opportunity. This is your opportunity for you to come in and let's do this. Let's make it happen and take it to the next level. So I'm very, very excited about that. So that's it from me. That's my own high performance review for the week. I want to know what's yours. This is a new month. What are you grateful for? I'm sure you are grateful for the fact to be alive in this new month. What is that lesson that you are learning this week? And what is that project that you are working on and that you're looking forward in the upcoming week? I really want to learn from you. Please share it in the comment section below. I really want to hear from you. So let's get right into it. I said I was going to talk about the one thing you need to have all your needs met. The one thing that you need to have all your needs met. The one thing that you need to be able to achieve all those your goals that you want to achieve. And I believe that this conversation is very, very important. Why am I talking about this? Is because I know that many of us, it's only natural, it's only human that we want to get ahead in life. It's very important. We want to get ahead in our finances, we want to get ahead in our businesses, we want to get ahead in our relationships, we want to get ahead in our careers, in those things that matter to us. Now, while it's very important that, okay, we recognize this need for us to go to the next level, for us to achieve those goals that are very important to us, I would never forget something that a man I love so much, said one day, and that's Dr. David Oyedepo. He said, people are in need because they do not know what they really need. I'll say that again. He said one of the reasons that people are in need is because they do not know what they really need. And for me, that's so powerful and so instructive, because while we recognize our needs to get ahead in life, to get ahead in our finances, to get ahead in our business, in our careers, in our relationships, and we are at that place where we say, okay, you know what, if I can just make this amount of money, my life will change forever, my life will be transformed forever. If I can just achieve this particular goal, my life will be transformed forever, I'll be the happiest person in the world. One thing that I'm recognizing more and more every day is that it is not the finances that changes our lives. It is not that business breakthrough that changes our life. Hey, hi, Bruce Wayne. Great to have you here. Welcome. And thank you for joining, Bruce Wayne. Welcome. It's not the business breakthrough. It's not the financial breakthrough. It's not that relationship breakthrough or career breakthrough or that promotion that we desire that actually changes our lives. What changes our lives is wisdom. What changes our lives is when we have a change in our mindset, when we have a change in our thinking. What we really, really need is a personal transformation. What we really need is the wisdom for the finances, is the wisdom for the relationship, is the wisdom for the career, is the wisdom for business, is the wisdom for life. That's what we really need. Many times we come back to that place, if I can just get this thing, I'll be so happy, I'll be so fulfilled, I'll be so overjoyed. And then, we keep struggling, we just keep finding our place where we are just stuck in our place and we can't just seem to get ahead. It's because we have not identified that specific thing that we really need. And I'm here to tell you that right now, as high performers, one thing that we need, especially in this season of our lives, is this thing called wisdom. That's what you and I need. We need wisdom. That is the key to our transformation in any aspect of our lives that we desire, be it in our finances, be it in our business, be it in our academics, be it in our relationships. What we need is the wisdom for that transformation that we seek. That's the one thing that is very pivotal. That's the one thing that is very important. And so my own charge and my own encouragement to you in these few minutes that we have together is that in this season, do everything that you can to go for wisdom. Do everything that you can to go for wisdom. It's the very wise King Solomon, that said that in all you're getting, as in he says, wisdom is the principal thing. He said, therefore, get wisdom. And in all that you do, make sure that you get understanding. And so that's just my own charge and my own encouragement to you, that you need to make getting wisdom a priority. The number one priority in your life is wisdom above money, above every other thing that you desire, because getting wisdom will help you get all those other things. When you experience a personal transformation, every other aspect of your life changes. When your mind changes, every other aspect of your life changes. And we know all these things, but many times, when we are in that survival mode where we are trying to get out of a particular issue, we are trying to get out of a particular challenge, sometimes we are so focused on that issue and we are so focused on that challenge that we lose sight of the things that we really need. And I'm just here to remind you that get the wisdom. Thank you so much, Exigos Finishing School, for sharing that. Get the wisdom and you will get that thing that you are looking for. Get the wisdom and you will get that thing that you are looking for. Because once your life changes, once your life transforms, every other aspect of your life will change. Once your mind changes, every other aspect of your life will change. That particular aspect of your life where it just seems like a struggle, it just seems like you can't break through this thing, be it whether it's your finances. Absolutely, let's go finish school, mind over matter. Be it in your finances, be it in your business, be it in your career, you're just wondering why you are going around in circles. My own charge and my own encouragement is that is coming back to that place to say that what is the wisdom that I need to change this particular situation? What's the wisdom that I need to change this particular situation? You and I know these things. What I'm just quickly going to break down for you now is that, okay, now that you're saying, okay, Kayode, go for wisdom, go for wisdom. Wisdom is very important. So many times, you can get into that place where you're even confused about the fact that, okay, what exactly is this wisdom? This wisdom that you're talking about, what exactly is this wisdom? How can this wisdom help me? And where exactly do I find it? Let me just quickly start by saying that what I'll just do is to quickly help you identify what this wisdom is not. Because once we can identify what this wisdom is not, then we can now say, okay, then what exactly is it? Number one thing that we need to understand is that wisdom is not smartness. Wisdom is not smartness. Wisdom is not intelligence. Wisdom is not smartness. Neither is wisdom intelligence. There is that place where, our world celebrates smartness. Our world celebrates the person that is very intelligent, that celebrates the person that is very knowledgeable, that has a lot of information. But I'm here to tell you that wisdom is not smartness. Wisdom is not intelligence. Yes, Exigo, wisdom for a change. Wisdom is not smartness. Wisdom is not intelligence. It's not intelligence. It's not being well informed. All those things are great and powerful. But the thing is, smartness, nor intelligence, nor having information is not what really transforms people. You and I know that there are many people who are very smart, many people who are very intelligent, many people who are very, very knowledgeable, who are still struggling in specific areas of their lives, who are still struggling maybe with a habit, who are still struggling in their finances, who are still struggling in their relationships. They know stuff. They are very smart and intelligent people, but they still struggle in this particular area. So what does that tell us? That wisdom is not smartness. Wisdom is not intelligence. I will never forget the way Masmuro of blessed memory put it. He said, a very good example is a smoking doctor. This particular person has all the knowledge, has all the information that this thing that he's doing is harmful to his health, but he still does it. He's addicted to it. So then that simply tells you that it is not the information, it is not the intelligence, it is not the smartness. That's not what wisdom is. The second thing is that wisdom is not strength. Wisdom is not strength. Wisdom is not might. Wisdom is not potential. There are many, many strong people who are still making a huge mess of their lives. That's just the truth. And remember, every time I come on this live session, one thing I keep sharing is that I'm not here to beat anybody over the head, because this is a lesson that I myself am learning. Is a lesson that I myself am learning. And how if you meet my wife today, she will always tell you that one thing that my husband will always celebrate about the fact is that he's a very strong person. He's a very, very strong person. One thing that my husband always celebrates is the fact that, if he wants to get anything done, and the people he's trying to get to assist him are wasting time, he celebrates the fact that he will do it himself. But I've come to realize that, look, there's that particular place where, strength will fail you. Strength will fail you. Having might, having energy will fail you. And I'm talking from personal experience, whereby you get to that place where you are saying to yourself that, look, Kayode, you are too strong for your own good. You have too much energy for your own good. You have too much potential for your own good. That's why you are struggling in this particular area. And so you get to realize that wisdom is not energy, wisdom is not strength, wisdom is not might. You can be very, very strong, but if you enter into a dark room, let me give you let me just break it down. You can be very, very strong, but what is the essence of strength when you get into a dark room? What happens? You, with all that energy, with all that might, you will run into a stool or run into a chair and end up falling over. So what he simply tells us is that wisdom is not energy, wisdom is not strength, wisdom is not might. Another thing that I see that many times that we celebrate in our world is, like business and productivity. But I'm here to tell you that wisdom is not being busy and being all over the place. We love it a lot. We know there's this thing that we feel, oh, being busy and being all over the place is synonymous to being productive, is synonymous to getting ahead, is synonymous to being progress. But you and I know that that's not what it is. You can be very, very busy and not making any significant progress in your life. You can be all over the place, running around, being here, doing this, doing that. But when you sit down and ask yourself, excuse me, I mean, when you sit down and ask yourself the very, very critical questions, that am I really, really getting ahead? You discover the answer sometimes humbles you. And that's when you realize that, look, it's not having so much activity, especially in this part of our world, where in my nation, Nigeria, where we like to say things like, oh, no time to check time. We celebrate the fact that, oh, we are so busy, we have so many things to do. Some of us wear that badge of business on our chest to let everybody, anytime you are trying to reach somebody, or you call their number and they don't pick, or you send them an SMS and they don't reply, the next time they will send you a message or pick your call, I'm just so busy, I'm just so overwhelmed, I have so many things to do. But you are looking at it that we are all so busy, but we are not making real progress. We are not really, really getting ahead in the aspects of our lives that truly, truly matter. So then, doesn't that inform us that this business is not working? This business is not working. But instead, what many of us are seeing is that, oh, I need to be more busy. I need to be more. I need to be stronger. I need to be smarter. But I'm here to tell us that when are we going to realize that no matter how more smart and more intelligent we are, that's not what's going to solve the problem. Getting more stronger and more energy isn't going to solve the problem. Getting more busy is only going to eventually wear us out and tear us apart. The people who are really, really getting ahead, check it out. They are not busy running all over the place like we are doing. They are not busy running all over the place like we are doing. That means they know something else. They have something else. And that's why I'm here to share with you today. Trust me, just like I'm saying, I'm sharing out of the depths of my heart, because I'm telling to myself that, Kayode, look, it's time for a change in your life. It's time for a definite change in your life. Something has to give. Something has to be different. You need to come at this thing from a different angle. You need to come at this thing from a different angle if you are going to see a definite change in your life. If not, you are just going to stay in that place where you are just all about celebrating the potential for great things, but there's no real greatness in your life. Just celebrating the potential for great things, but you are not actually seeing the tangible greatness in your life. And that's just what it is, that if we are going to see a definite change, then we need to change our approach. We need to come at this thing from a different angle. And that's just what it is, that it boils down to this thing called wisdom. It boils down to this thing saying having a change in our mindset, having a personal transformation. When we change, every other thing in our aspect of our lives will then definitely change. So it's remembering, wisdom is not smartness, it's not intelligence. Wisdom is not strength, it's not energy. Wisdom is not being busy, it's not being all over the place. It's not being all over the place. So then, what is wisdom? What is wisdom? So, Kayode, you have told us, okay, what wisdom is not. So then, Kayode, okay, tell us, what exactly is wisdom? Number one, wisdom is knowing the heart and mind of God on a particular subject matter. Wisdom is knowing, I'll say this again, wisdom is knowing the heart and mind of God on a particular subject matter. So you have your finances, you have your business, you have your career, you have any aspect of your life that you desire to see a change. Wisdom is knowing what is the heart and mind of God on this particular subject matter. That's what wisdom is. And until we know those things, they will not see a definite change that we desire to experience in our lives. Another thing that wisdom is insight and light on a particular subject matter. Wisdom is insight and light on a particular subject matter. That's what wisdom is. It's having the inside knowledge. I'm sure some of us have heard something that is called insider trading, right? So it applies in the areas of finances and in the areas of stocks and shares and all that. What it just simply means is that that person has the inside knowledge of what is going to happen to that particular share or to that particular stock. So what is wisdom? Wisdom is having the inside knowledge, the insight, the light on that particular issue, on that particular challenge that you are facing. And then the third thing that wisdom is that wisdom is having the real life application, the rubber meets the road application on a particular subject matter. So what that simply tells us is that number one, we need to make God's word a priority in our lives. I don't know how else to say it. There's no other fancy way I can say this. There are two things that we need to make a priority in our lives. God's word has to be a priority in our lives. It's just so important, not especially in these very challenging times that we are in. Anybody that tells you otherwise, look, the person is just deceiving you. You need to be close to God's word in this particular time. It needs to guide your affairs. It needs to guide the way you think. It needs to guide the way you talk. It needs to guide the way you see things. It needs to guide your actions in this particular time and age. Because the challenges are all over the place. And if we are going to get ahead, we need to go back to the foundation. We need to go back to the foundation. We need that mindset, that to allow God's word to renew our minds, to wash our minds of all the baggages that we have accumulated on this life's journey. Because just like how you need to launch a rocket into space, what happens when the rocket is launched into space? As it's going up, what you discover is that it's dropping a lot of things so that it can go ahead higher and higher into space. So there are a lot of baggages that we are carrying, and the only way those baggages can drop off is if we allow God's words to renew our minds. And so when I'm talking about knowing the heart and mind of God on a subject matter, I'm not saying anything woo-woo or rah-rah. I'm saying going back to that place where you need to discover what God's word is saying on that particular issue. Be it in your finances, be it in your relationships, be it in your career, be it in any aspect. I don't know. You know that particular aspect of your life where you desire a change. You need to make it a deliberate effort and to say, God, what are you saying to me about this subject matter? Go back into God's word and learn what he has to say to you about that subject matter. That's the only thing that will be relevant. That's the only thing that will make a difference in your life. And then the second thing that I said is that you need the real life application. You need the real life application, the rubber meets the road application of knowledge to that particular subject matter. So what does that simply mean? You need to get a mentor. You need to get a mentor. You need to get a coach. You need to get a mentor now more than ever. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. You need to get a mentor. You need to get a coach. You need to come back to that place where you humble yourself and say, you have tried to do this thing on your own, it's not working. Then get a mentor. Look for the person that has the kind of results that you want and say to that person, please, the real life application to this thing, how did you do it? It's very, very important. That's the only way that we get ahead. There are two ways that we learn. We either learn by mistakes or we learn by mentors. And the beautiful thing about mentors is mentors are getting the wisdom without the mistakes. That's just what a mentor is. A mentor is simply your ability, your access to wisdom without all the pain and the heartache and all the mistakes that they made. And so it's getting to that point where you have made enough mistakes already. You've made enough mistakes already. You and I, we've made, I'm just like I said, I'm talking to myself, to you and I, we have made enough mistakes already. It's coming back to that place and saying, see, I need wisdom. I need wisdom. And the only way we can get it is to be humble enough to ask for it. Is to be humble enough to reach out to somebody, to see the person that has the real life results, that has the results that we are looking for, and to go after that person with everything within us. The proof of desire is pursuit. And my own charge and encouragement to you today is that how do you know you are actually going for wisdom? Is in your pursuit. Is in your pursuit. Who are you pursuing? Who are you chasing? Who is that person that you are following closely? To make sure that you also get the same results that you really want to see in your life. It's very, very important. And then the final thing, how do you access this wisdom that I've been talking about? Excuse me. Sorry about that. How do you access this wisdom that we have been talking about? And it's just simply by asking. Ask. ASK. ASK, which for me is an acronym that's A, where A stands for ask, S stands for seek, and K stands for knock. How do you access wisdom? ASK. Ask, seek, and knock. I'll break it down. Number one is that you need wisdom. Ask, just go ahead and ask. Ask God. Ask God to give you wisdom. It's very, very important. You know the story of the wise king Solomon. How did he gain access to wisdom? He asked. And you know the beautiful thing about wisdom is that, for all my life, even from when I was a young boy, growing up in Sunday school, in church and all that, we all know about Solomon and his God giving him wisdom and all that. But for me, for a very long time, I just was like, what is it about this Solomon's asking of wisdom that God answered him and gave him so much wisdom and gave him so much wealth and riches and fame and all that? You won't believe that it was until this year that I realized that Solomon was a teenager when he became the king of Israel. You won't believe that. All my life, I had never known. I had always thought that Solomon was an adult when he became the king of Israel. And so as an adult, he was just like, oh, you know what? Yes, for me to be able to do this thing, I need wisdom. So God give me wisdom and all that. But now it now made sense to me that this guy was a teenager. Basically, he was a child. If you even go on Wikipedia gives his age as probably like 15. So you can imagine a 15-year-old becoming the number one person in a great nation like that. Trust me, he was terrified. Trust me, he was scared out of his wits. He was really terrified entering that position. And then you now know what made it more interesting, to know that he was taking over from somebody as powerful as his father. So you need to understand that when Solomon was asking for wisdom, it wasn't something casual. It was like, see, without this thing, I cannot succeed. Without this thing, I cannot do it. And so that's just my own charge and my own encouragement to you, that have you gotten to that place where you are desperate for this wisdom? Have you gotten to that place where you are desperate for this wisdom, where you know that without this wisdom, I cannot do this thing. I can't do life on my own. Excuse me. Where you realize that without this wisdom, you can't do this life on your own. At the best that you'll be doing is guesswork. At the best that you'll be doing is just guesswork. It's just, okay, plug and play. Let me try this and let me see if this works. Let me do this and do. As in, just guesswork. Like, for lack of a better word, how my younger brother will always yab DC that, the way they try out their movies is just like, throwing something to the wall and looking for the one that will stick. So that's just what it is. At the end of the day, life is just reduced to, throwing different things to the wall and hoping one sticks. But that's just what we're saying, that the only way out is for us to gain this wisdom, to gain this wisdom that will take us to that level, that will help us get ahead. And it only happens when we get to that place of desperation, that we are desperate enough to ask God for it, that we are desperate enough to ask other people that we see getting ahead and asking them and saying to them that, please, how did you do it? Show me the way that you do it. It's very important. The second thing is seek. Is seek. You remember ASK, the ASK. So the first one is ask. The second thing is that seek. After you have asked for this wisdom, then you need to go to seek for it. You need to go to seek for it in God's word. You need to go to seek for it in books. You need to go and seek for it in resources. You need to go and seek for it in materials. You need to go and seek for it in conferences. This is not the time for you to be casual. This is not the time for you to sit on your arms or on your hands and just hope that the problem or challenge will solve itself. This is the time to go all out and seek for it. To remember that it's only the person that seeks that finds. It's not about reading. It's not about being casual and just taking one book and just reading and hoping you get something. No, it's that you need to seek for this thing if you are going to find it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And then the final thing, is knock. The final thing is knock. To gain access to wisdom, you are going to have to knock on the door. And what does that simply mean? Is that you have to be persistent. You have to be persistent. I love the way the wise King Solomon puts it. He says you need to get to that point where you will not take no for an answer. And that's just it. That's just my last encouragement to you. That think about that aspect of your life right now where you truly, truly desire a change. And my question to you is that, have you gotten to that point where you have made up your mind that I will not take no for an answer? That's just it. Have you gotten to that point where you have made up your mind that I will not take no for an answer? See, in this thing, like a funny comedian in my nation likes to say, we die here. That's just it. Have you made up your mind that you will not take no for an answer? That's the only way we get access to wisdom. By refusing to take no for an answer, to say that we will stay on this thing until something gives, until something breaks. And so that's just it. Go for wisdom, go for light. That's what will make the difference in this particular time. In that particular issue you want to get ahead is the one thing that you need if you're going to have all your needs met, if you are going to see that thing, you are going to see that desired change that you really want to see in your life. And it's very, very important that we're talking about this thing, starting the month of November, just to make sure that we end this year on a very powerful note and we start the year 2024 on even a more powerful note. Go for wisdom, go for light, go for insight. It will make the difference in your life. And so that's it from me. Thank you. I promise that I will make this very, very short. Great to have you here with me. Want to say welcome again. Congratulations for making it into the new month. Don't forget to send your high performance review. What are you grateful for? What's the lesson that you're learning this week? And what are you looking forward to in the upcoming week? Look forward to talking to you. Great powerful content coming out as we start the new week. Look out for that on Sunday. New long form video here on YouTube, my newsletter, everything, daily shorts as we keep talking and making progress. Don't forget, you can follow me on Instagram at Kayode Kolade. Send me a DM there. You have questions, just send me your questions, whatever projects that you're working on. Remember, I'm your coach and I'm here to serve you, to make sure that you achieve all those goals that you really, really want to achieve. So I look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great week ahead. Talk to you soon. Your greatness is very sure.